Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and today we're going to be talking about Resonant #1 from Vault Comics. That's right everybody, thanks for checking out the video. Today I'm going to be talking about Resonant, which is a new survival horror comic book coming out from Vault Comics July 17th. It's written by David Andry with artwork by Alejandro Aragon, coloring by Jason Wordie, and lettering by Deron Bennett. And the team comes together to really crank out a very effective survival horror comic book. It's great, right? The basic premise of the idea is that 10 years before the story happens, these things called waves started happening on the earth. And what they do is they unleash the inner, most darkest impulses inside of humanity. So you could imagine that the craziness comes out when these waves come about, right? So now this story starts, and it centers around a family. It also builds up the world that has survived from this. So it's a little post-apocalyptic. It is a survival horror comic book. It does hit a lot of those same kind of themes, those same kind of motifs as something like The Walking Dead or the recent Road of Bones, but it does it in such a very unique and striking way that it really warrants its own unique voice on the subject. Great stuff, right? The story just does a great job of setting up this entire world, of the backstory of the characters. You already feel like you know the characters from the moment you're introduced to them. This family, you eventually start feeling for them and understanding their plight. Even though maybe you haven't quite worked out exactly what this world is about, through these characters you really learn and experience a lot about this world, and the story really does a great job of building up those characters and introducing the concept of the book, and of course the world that's built around that concept. Does a great job with it, and it really ramps up the story when it needs to, and especially it really does a great job of putting you on edge when it does so, right? So it starts off, it introduces these characters, it does a great job, but when that story ramps up, just like the artwork, it gets really crazy. Speaking of the artwork is magnificent. It's gritty, it's zestful, and it's also very, very effective. It uses multiple techniques to enhance the craft and the composition. I love the gutter work. I love the different techniques, the dots that are in there, the pointillism type thing that's in there. Really great stuff, very striking. The colors really enhance that artwork. The colors, they have amazing, delicate texture to them at times, and at other times they're very loud, dissonant, aggressive, right? And it's exactly what the story calls for. This book is just an experiment in suspense and in tension. It does such a great job of starting off, and it's already a tense situation, but it builds it up, and it keeps building it up, and when it explodes magnificently, and the colors add to that effect. So does the lettering. Seriously, adds to that momentum. It adds to that building up of the tension. The entire creative team, if you took out just one of those people, it would just completely fall flat. It all is one cohesive, coherent story. It all works in concert with each part working in concert with one another to really build up this great sense of tension, suspense, mystery, character, just this momentum that from the very first panel, that momentum does not stop, and it keeps going. And I'll tell you what, I've also got an early look at issue #2. That momentum keeps going. It keeps getting crazier. So I can tell you right now, you're not gonna want to miss this book. You're gonna love it. Check it out. Resonant #1 in shops in July from Vault Comics. Get your pre-orders in right now. FOC, of course, is today, I believe. So get them in. Let your comic shops know that you want Resonant from Vault Comics. A masterful job at storytelling, at suspense in comic book form. A great survival horror comic book. If you like stuff like Road of Bones, if you like stuff like The Walking Dead, you're really, really gonna love Resonant from Vault Comics. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Let me know what you think about Resonant. How does it sound? Let us know in the comments down below. I really do appreciate your support. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And join us over at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for watching. Keep on reading.